Welcome to the One We're Now broadcast. I'm your host, Darren Goodman, and we're on prayer day 7 of the lockdown and quarantine. Matter of fact, this would be the next 5 minutes. It'd be prayer, word, and more importantly, encouragement so that you can have a defense against the coronavirus. You know, prayer is an important role in the believer's life. And if you're not standing on God's word and praying every day for your safety, well-being, and protection, then you're probably dealing with fear, sickness, maybe a disease, and, there's help for you. So I'm glad you tuned in, and I'm excited to talk to you today and share some insights that I believe have the power to change your life. Before we get going, remember, right there on the screen, info@ownchurch.org. Send me your prayer requests, and we will pray with you. We're starting to get requests from all over the world, and also reports of God's healing power. So you want to be a part of that. Next, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Own Church, or you can just type in and search Pastor Darren Goodman. Become a member, subscribe. I want to connect with you, and we're going to be releasing special materials just for our subscribers. So go right now, subscribe in YouTube on Own Church channel, or just type in Pastor Darren Goodman, and you can go to our channel. Also, we want you to send, share, and give us likes. As this progresses and this virus is traveling now around the world, people are starting to search for information. Your likes, your sends, and your shares will help us rank up so that people can find our material easier. And then last, if you're not on Facebook, you probably are, go to Darren Goodman, become one of my friends on Facebook, as well as Own Church. What you'll find then there is every Sunday we do a live streaming at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's California time. So just adjust it for whatever time zone you're in. But that is a weekly broadcast. We've been doing that broadcast now since about 2007, 2008. So we've been an online church, an online group of believers for many years. And so be a part of that. I know it will help you. It's certainly a good connection while you're in lockdown or quarantine. You don't have to feel isolated or alone. Reach out to ownchurch.org and we can help you. With that being said, let's just jump into some verses that I know you'll like. And these I'm going to read out today right out of the good old book, the Bible. So with that being said, if you're not standing on God's word, let me encourage you. The life flow into the life of a believer is predicated upon you knowing God's word. It's also important to stand and employ God's word. Let me encourage you with this thought. As you study the lives of the disciples, 3 years as they followed Jesus Christ, you can't find one verse where the 12 disciples were sick. So if God's trying to teach people by putting sickness and illness on them, then the disciples would have disclosed that in their writings. I don't believe that that's a truth. I believe that that is a lie. I don't believe God put sickness on his people to teach them. I believe the enemy, Satan, uses sickness and disease to try to destroy us. But Jesus came to give us life to the fullest. So, how can we get engaged with God's word? Your mouth. It's vital, it's important. Job 22:28 says this, "You shall also decree a given thing, and it will be established for you. And the light shall shine upon your ways." So there we can see that we have a part to play. Our part to play is to know God's word and then to declare it, to speak it. The word decree means to sound out with authority. And God says in his word that you will decree something and it will be established for you. What are we decreeing in the Goodman household? That we're healthy, that we're strong, that we have a strong immune system, that no virus, sickness, or disease can cohabitate upon our body or in our home. That's what we're decreeing every day. We're now in day 7 of a quarantine. It's actually gone longer than that. And the other thing that we've instated is laughter. I want to encourage you, look at some funny videos, right? Find something that makes you laugh so you can have joy. Play jokes on each other, fun ones. Because as your joy level raises up, you will find that laughter is good medicine. It will raise up as well. It's a biblical precept. Let me give this to you. Proverbs 18, verse 7. It says, a fool's mouth is his destruction. I didn't say it. God's word said it. Too many times we act ignorant and we speak out things or we decree things and we wonder why bad comes to us. Is it possible that you're speaking and declaring the wrong things? Is it possible that you're speaking the problem instead of the solution? A fool's mouth is his destruction. See, your enemy is waiting for you to give him rites of passage. The way that we give him rites of passage is through our words. What are you speaking? What are you saying among your family members? What are you saying behind closed doors? These words are powerful. They will either bring life to you or they'll bring destruction to you. These are biblical precepts that as a Christian, you must understand and live by. Imagine this. This is what Jesus said in Mark. We looked at this last week, but you've got to keep the word in front of you. Your faith for the word is built by hearing and perpetually hearing God's word. Mark 11:23. For I say unto you that whosoever will say to his mountain or this mountain, be removed and be thrown into the sea, he shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe those things which he says, it shall come to pass. Do you believe what you say? I believe you do. You probably believe your words more than the words of others. This is just human behavior. And so here we see Jesus taught us the precept, taught it to his disciples, that when you decree a thing, if you do not doubt in your heart, it must obey. Now, he did not limit that to spiritual things. He did not limit that to one category or genre of life and lifestyle. He said, if you believe in your heart and decree, it must obey. So why don't we utilize that? Why don't we get involved with that? I believe it's a good precept to live by. Let me give you another one. Proverbs 16:9 says, a man's heart devises his ways, but the Lord directs his steps. So our words, our thoughts, and our heart have a way of navigating a path, a planned route, if you will. But God directs your steps. Very powerful. And then last, I want to give you this one. Proverbs 21:23. Whoever keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps his soul from troubles. Whoever keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps his souls from troubles. Do you have a troubled soul? Your solution is bridling your tongue and your mouth. The way you can change the path you're on is by watching the words you speak and begin to decree the truth, God's word. Now, I'm going to ask you again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Own Church. In the search engine, just type in Pastor Darren Goodman, and it will take you there. Give us shares, likes, and send this abroad to others. If you're on Facebook, go right to my page there, Darren Goodman, or our church page, Own Church. We have live Sunday services at 11 a.m. Pacific time. That is every week, a new message. Be a part of that. And then if you need prayer, I want you to get up right now and send me an email. Take action. info@ownchurch.org. I want to pray for you. Last, this is a wake-up call. America, the U.S., the coronavirus is coming, and it's coming hard and fast. Just now are you starting to be quarantined and locked down? Don't wait until it's too late. Take action right now. You may be thinking, I don't have a ministry, I don't have thousands to spend on a studio to publish information abroad. You don't have to. Join me in ministry and distribute these videos. They're free, they're for a purpose. It's to bring health and well-being to everyone viewing. Share it abroad. Encourage friends with it. Text them the video. You don't have time to create things. Use what we have given you. Use them as tools in your hand and get involved right now as a disciple of Christ and start to publish and distribute videos like this that are healing, that will bring health and well-being to your friends and family. Well, till we meet again, which will be tomorrow, one word from God can change your life. I'm your host, Darren Goodman, and together we will beat the coronavirus in 2020.